Billy, what have you been doing over the lockdown? Because the last time we saw you was it the Salford gym with Hughie and Peter?
We were down there sparring Hughie, getting some good rounds in. Hoping to be fighting Sergei Kuzmin in March. But obviously with the lockdown it never materialised and headed back up the road.
When you're planning to be sparring, I mean you always spar with AJ, but when you're planning to be sparring with Dillian after that as well, before the fight?
We had planned to spar Dillian, but because of the lockdown that got shelved as well.
Did you get
there might be a chance of sparring him before this fight that he's got coming up with Provoking.
Would that be mutual benefit for Dillian and for Martin?
It would be, they're both class acts, so they should, steel sharp and steel, doesn't it?
It does, aye. So, was it the 28th of March you were due out, Billy, with Martin?
I can't remember now. I know it was March. I think it was the 27th or 8th.
Aye.
It was on the Usyk CHISORA undercard.
So, I'm assuming he was almost ready to go. Is he about ready to go now, Billy, or has he let himself go over the lockdown?
Well, he's put on a bit of weight, but he's remarkably fit for being a wee bit heavy. If he was to fight in 3 weeks, he'd be ready, but there's no need to be ready in 3 weeks. He's got a date. He's got a date in August, so
an August date?
He's got a date, aye.
Is that in Eddie's back garden?
Aye.
You're never going to tell us, Billy, but I might as well ask. Any clues, hints, tips about the opponent?
No.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, you were right in your assessment.
Are we talking top 10, top 20?
Top 15 maybe. The guy's been top 10 previously.
Right, so are we talking about the same level as Kuzmin?
Aye.
Aye. Right, it's not Kuzmin, is it?
Yeah?
It's not Kuzmin, is it?
Well, I would rather not mention the guy's name yet, but that's Matchroom's job to announce that.
So, speaking of Martin, obviously we had the Michael Hunter loss, which you've probably had rammed down your throat left, right and centre. But since then he's had 5 knockout wins, hasn't he?
He's had four. He beat Mariusz Wach in Poland, knocked him out quicker than anybody's ever knocked him out. And Mariusz actually said before the Dylan White fight that Martin Bakole was the best fight he's shared the ring with, which is a big compliment because he's been in with Klitschko, Jamel Miller, Provoking. So it was a great compliment. And then we signed with Matchroom. We beat Patera in 1 round who'd never been stopped. He was a former amateur gold medalist in Central America. Kevin Johnson, only the second guy to really stop him. And Hernandez, who'd only been stopped with F.A. Jabba. We stopped him in 2 rounds. Jabba took 5 rounds and nobody else has ever stopped him. And he's been in with Dueco, the Chinese guy, 4 or 5 very good fighters, including Michael Hunter himself. Aye.
The Kevin Johnson win stands out for us, Billy, because in the year before he'd fought both Dubois and Nathan Gorman, who was considered up and coming, and they got nowhere near to stopping him. And then Bakole did a proper job on him, didn't he?
In fairness, the same would happen to Daniel and Nathan if they were to fight Martin.
That fighting talk straight away, Billy, aye?
No, it's just that that's what would happen.
As quick as 5 rounds?
Aye.
Aye? I might as well cut to the chase, and Billy, before we go any further with that, where would you place Martin in the British-based heavyweights then?
I would number 3. Personally, I would. I think he'd beat Dylan White as well. And, well, he's highly confident he'd stop Dylan. Dylan's a tough fighter. Don't get me wrong; he's an excellent fighter.
Aye.
But I think Martin's just got a wee bit more than him.
So AJ, Hughie, and Martin would be your top 3, aye?
That's my opinion.
So, bearing that in mind, Billy, at the start of the year, you said 2020 was going to be a massive year. And obviously, we've had
So did a lot of people 4 months ago. That it's going to be a massive 6 months.
I think so, mate. So Martin's out in August. Would you be planning on getting him out again, 2020?
It will be out again, 2020.
And a step up from a top 15 opponent.
Well, you would like to think so. I mean, he's not going to get these easy touches anymore. Well, when I say easy touches, every fight, ideally, for Martin's development as a fighter, he wants to fight somebody above him. So you can take their rank and move closer and closer to a world title fight.
And we'll touch on it in a minute, Billy, but how do you think the heavyweight thing's going to pan out? Because those titles look locked in for the next 2 years, don't they?
I know. I was speaking to somebody earlier on today and just saying, they mentioned if Tyson Fury got the franchise champion, would Dylan White possibly fight for a vacant title, and that maybe create a few fights, but the rest of the titles seem to be locked up slightly, don't they?
You do, aye.
But everybody wants to see Fury against AJ. I mean, that is the fight out there.
Aye. Obviously, I know you get on really well with AJ with all the sparring, Billy, but A, what do you think of that announcement? Do you think it's a credible announcement? And B, what's your early thoughts on how that fight would go?
Well, I've always thought AJ would beat him. So a great announcement for British boxing. But more importantly, it's a great fight for Britain and a great fight for both boxers. They will be extremely well paid. So they deserve everything they get. They're putting their life on the line, aren't they?
Yeah, all right. And your thoughts on Dillian, because it's completely squeezed him out, hasn't it? If everything goes according to plan.
Well, boxing's got a great habit of kicking you in the balls, and great plans are made, are left in tatters. I mean, all it takes is, just for an example, Wilder doesn't make the fight with Fury this year, and maybe Dylan White would get his opportunity. If Dylan, anything could happen. Anything could happen with AJ and Puev. Anything could happen. There's a few permutations yet before Anthony and Tyson fight, I think.
Aye.
But as a fight I'd like to see, don't get me wrong.
Have you heard any of the Wilder being injured rumours, Bill? Because that seems to have raised its head the last couple of weeks, and that seems to be an avenue that Dillian might be able to get in there.
No, Wilder stopped phoning me, so I've not got any I've not got any information on it.
How much contact has Eddie had over you? Because it's a 5-fight card, isn't it?
So I know nothing. I don't know who else is on the bill. We got an offer for a fight and we've accepted it.
Aye. And then would you be looking at getting him out November, December?
I know when he's going to be out again, and Martin knows when he's going to be out again. Aye.
Can you tell us, Billy?
He'll be out before the end of the year again.
Aye.
As long as he wins, obviously.
Aye. Well, hopefully that'll be a show with fans. Do you think it's going to open up to the fans soon?
So, I think it's looking better and better into each week. Thankfully, fewer and fewer people are passing away. I mean, it's been horrendous. The amount of people who have passed away. It's my heart goes out to each and every one of their families.
Absolutely.
But it seems to be getting a little bit better, and November, December is quite a wee while away yet. It's still 5 or 6 months, and if we continue to improve in the way it seems to be going, and we don't get a second wave, then I think there'll be some form of crowds then. Not capacities, or
aye, we don't take off.
Maybe a half or a third of the potential capacity. But still better than none, isn't it?
It is, aye.
But then again, fighting in front of nobody's better than no fighting at all.
I think this morning we saw Martin quite confident if the opportunity came to fight CHISORA or Dillian? If one of the overseas guys couldn't get over it, is that genuine? Is he up for that? And does he beat them?
1,000,000%. I think Dylan, we've already mentioned it to Eddie weeks ago about if they had problems with Pavotkin, ready-made opponent, sitting in Scotland, ready to go.
Aye.
Also, I mean, CHISORA is not back to fight twice as far as I'm aware. So, but he sparred them, so there's no surprise there.
So he beats Derek as well comfortably in your eyes?
Derek CHISORA, I'd school Derek CHISORA. School him.
And Usyk, if that opportunity came up, if there was any, is he ready to step in on an injury, with an injury, Billy?
Sorry?
Is Martin ready to step in on one of these fights if there was an injury to anyone?
1,000,000%, of course. He's in the gym all the time. He's a fighter that's more than prepared to step in.
Aye.
And he's not a duty guy. We realise that, you know, we're on predominantly until he becomes basically a world champion, he's going to be on the B side. So we'll he would more than happy take a risk with anybody to become the A side.
That's how it works.
Too many boxers or managers of boxers want to be greedy and try and get blood out of stone. You know, if you get a decent offer, take it. Take your chance, because you might not get another chance, or it could be a long time until you do. He firmly believes that he could beat anybody in the world, Martin Bakole, as I do. On his day, I think he'll beat nearly everybody in the world. On his best form, undoubtedly. So you hope and pray that he turns up in that form, and if he does, then he's going to be a major force in world boxing.
Absolutely. Remind us how old he is, Billy.
How old am I?
How old Martin is?
He's 28.
So how do you see the next couple of years panning out? If you could plot the ideal path, Billy, what would you plot for him?
Ideally, well, you'd like. Well, I don't see anything happening next year, but I'd like to see him in a manager position potentially for the end of next year, for the following year.
2020, 22, aye.
Anything can happen in boxing, you know what I mean? Anything.
Just a personal one.
I've been on the good side of it, and I've also been on the bad side of it. You know, getting an injury for a major title fight 2 weeks before the fight. I've been involved in a world title fight where your opponent called off on the Monday.
Aye.
Because his trainer allegedly passed away.
Allegedly. Can you allegedly pass away, Billy?
I know. That was the reason it was given, aye.
Aye. On a personal level, Billy, to the best of my knowledge, there's not been a Scotsman that's trained a heavyweight champion of the world. What would that mean to you?
That's my dream now.
Aye.
I've helped train 2 world champions. I've been involved in 20 world title fights, won 16, drew 2 and lost 2. And the 2 losses were, I was a Scott Harrison's assistant trainer, and he only lost to Manuel Medina, who was a 5 or 6 time world champion.
Aye.
And when it was with Ricky Burns, he only lost to Terence Crawford, who's the best pound for pound fighter on the planet now.
Aye, I agree.
So it's like a very good record for you know, coming from a wee country like Scotland. We've done okay.
It's some achievement, Billy, if you can get Martin even just to a world title shot, wouldn't it?
It's no one to just get to it. That's not the objective. It's winning it.
Aye.
There's no point just wanting to get to it. You want that belt in your waist and be crowned the world champion. Second, nobody remembers a runner-up in this sport, unfortunately.
Aye, fighting.
And they don't, seriously. The difference between winning a world title or fighting in a comeback fight is enormous. It could be the difference between X amount of millions or 50 or 100 grand.
Aye.
In a financial sense.
Very true, mate. Aye.
And that's just on the purses. I mean, everything that comes with being a world heavyweight champion, you know, the lucrative sponsorship deals, etc., that the boxer could potentially get.
Does he have a big profile in Africa? Because he's Congolese, isn't he?
Does he have a big what?
Does he have a big profile in Africa?
I knew it began with P, but I don't think. Boxing's getting bigger and bigger over. I mean, his brother's a world champion, isn't he?
Aye.
And he's got a cousin. He's got a cousin in South Africa. That's what a fight that would be for Scott Fitzgerald or Anthony Fowler. The boys are light middleweight, and he's 14-0 with 14 knockouts.
Really?
No, some fighter. He's a good fighter, by the way.
I'm speaking to Mr. Fowler later, so I might put that to him, Billy.
Aye, I mean, Anthony's a lovely guy. What he does for people, fantastic. You know, you can only applaud the guy.
Absolutely.
And he is a very selfless guy. You know what I mean? He's doing things, giving people bottles and bottles of that CBD oil for nothing. Hats off to him for helping folk. And he asks for nothing in return apart from decency. And some people still want to have a pop at him. What for? Be nice.
I can only speak from personal experience, Billy, and he's been an absolute superstar with us. So
okay, you know, the only downfall he's got is for Liverpool. You know what I mean?
As an Everton fan, I agree, Billy.
And he's English. Oh.
No comment on that one. Billy, just while you're there, then, if we're talking about trolling, you got a bit of grief off Steffi Bull and Enzo this morning.
Oh, a couple of wankers there too.
I just thought I'd give you the right to reply on video because they don't have that privilege, do they?
No, they've no got internet in Wales. No, Big Enzo, me and Big Enzo are pals, been pals for years. Steffi Bill is a cracking guy, doing a great job with Terry.
Yeah.
You know, I found it quite strange that he wore Terry's high heels in the ring doing the pads the other day, but there we go, you know, everybody to their own. No, two cracking guys, and it's just a bit of banter, mate. That's all it is.
Aye, they are. Billy, couple of things before you go. We've already touched on them. How do you see the Chisora Usyk fight going, and the Dillian White against the Beckham fight going?
I see Dylan White will be too strong for provoking over the duration of the fight. I think his work rate will be a wee bit too high for him, and he'll hit him with some body shots. With regards to Usyk and Chisora, Usyk's a wonderful fighter, absolutely wonderful fighter.
Aye.
The only thing that could, I see Usyk winning quite comfortably, but the only way that Chisora will win is we're trying to get on his chest and bully him, because he can't do enough. He can't outbox him. There's no way he'll outbox him.
No.
Absolutely no way. He's got to try and old man him. Whether he can do that for 12 rounds, I don't know.
Do you think Usyk can take the power, Billy? Because that's the question a lot of fans ask. If Derek catches him clean, what's the difference between heavyweight power and cruiserweight power?
That's a very small word with a very big meaning. You've got to hit him first.
Aye.
And Chisora's no noted for being a big puncher. Granted, he stopped the Polish boy who's shot to bits. I mean, he's shot to bits. He has. Who else did this? And he was well behind with Takam, wasn't he? When he landed it. Sorry?
Is it Slaned Gashi? Still there, he knocked out.
Aye, so the Polish guy, that's what I'm saying. He shot. He can't take a shot. And Takam, he was well behind against Takam, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You know, and he landed a shot that came for his boots.
Which is why you've got so much confidence Martin can beat him.
Martin's he's a different level for Chisora.
Aye. Billy, last one. Another exclusive, hopefully, if we can get it. You've got a new signing coming next week?
Well, it's not me that's actually. I'm going to be training the boy, but I've put him on to another guy to manage him.
Right.
So I think it was completed today, actually. So I'm just waiting on the phone call. The boy will be coming. He's a foreigner. He'll be coming over to the UK in due course, and rough diamond, by the way. Tony, he's a good fighter.
Aye, unbeaten. Unbeaten,
Sorry?
wasn't it?
Super featherweight. He's had many fights. Rough diamond, very much. I think with some good quality sparring and ironing out the rough edges, this boy could be very, very good.
So you're showing.
Well, I hope.
Sorry, Billy.
It's a risk. It's a risk we're taking, but hey, if you don't take a risk, if you've not got a ticket, you'll not win the raffle, will you?
That's very true. So no signs of easing up then, Billy. The lockdown hasn't made you want to get your pipe and slippers out yet.
No. I have thought about it before, but nah. I love the sport too much. It's the first thing I think in the morning, and the last thing I think at night.
Don't tell the missus.
Well, she knows.
Aye.
She says to me, it's me and my it's me and the boxing. She says, I said, have you seen my gloves?
How's the Sky remotes coming, Billy? Any more gone?
The what?
The Sky remote?
No, she's done 2 in 2 days. No, 3 days.
Aye.
And she's done a TV control as well. She's also done the couch. and lino in the kitchen twice, so we've now got tiles done in the kitchen.
Oh, bloody hell. Just in case anyone...
We only put lino down. We only put lino down because the dogs that we had previous to these two were slipping on the tiles.
Aye.
So we replaced it with lino so that when they slipped, and then we were back to tiles again.
I'm just thinking, just in case anyone's a bit confused, Billy, we're talking about your dog and not still talking about your wife.
No, well, you know, some do get mixed up. I've got 2 dogs. One, Murphy's 26 months old, 28 months old, and wee Molly, the monster, is 9 months old last week.
Aye.
She's a wee cracker, but it's very much deaf ears when the wife.
So you can train puppies, Billy, but you can't train dogs.
Well, I can train the dogs are fine. The dogs are great, but everyone's a toy to this wee dog now. You know, it's a nightmare. We've got for savings. We've got the money for the house, and we've got the money to replace stuff for the dogs. Honestly, I reckon in the 9 months, well, obviously about 7 months that I've had her, I've got to have done about $2,000 on replacing stuff.
Jesus.
Doesn't go for my shoes? She goes to my wife's shoes all the time.
Oh, that's $2,000.
And just to get peace, you give your wife money to go and get another pair of shoes, you know what I mean? Don't leave them lying about, please.
That's the story she's telling you, Billy, anyway.
Oh no, I've witnessed the carnage that she's done here. I went in the house. I done a night shift in my work last week, and I opened the living room door, and I seen a wee bit of stuffing for the couch.
Aye.
And I was scared to look in the rest of the living room.
Oh, no.
And the cushion that you sit on the couch, how she's managed to do it, I'll never know. She's clever.
Aye.
She's pulled the whole cushion off and just got tore right in it.
Okay.
It was everywhere. That cost 60 quid to get recovered. Not recovered. Stuffing put back in it and a zip put on it.
So you can't retire, Billy.
I never had much grey hair before I had that dog.
Oh, you did last year when I met you.
I know. I had a perm. I think I had a ginger perm the last time I seen you.
Oh dear. On that note, Billy, I appreciate your time. It's Friday night. I'm delighted to join you. Thank you very much for your time, mate.
You're more than welcome, and all the best to you. I hope you and your family are safe.
Yeah, pass on my regards to Martin, Billy, and look forward to seeing him out in August.
Thank you. Take care.
All right, you take care, Billy. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.